Okay, so my microphone is working. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And there we go, and there's the audio. And AC. Okay, let's go. Porsche CUP.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
far? How's it going? It's going well. Thanks. It's just still purple.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Yeah, since I won the championship, since I managed to win the championship last race, I'm just gonna start from the back.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. There's a slow car up ahead.
Oh, okay, wait. Lower this, maybe it's gonna be better. Sorry for that.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Might need to turn that down a little more though. How is it now? So quiet. Damn. Why? Let's try like that maybe. Okay. Okay, so let's see like that. Maybe this is gonna work. Why is it like that though? It was working previously, or something got fucked up.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Okay. I'm gonna fix that after today because I have now absolutely no time to fiddle with it, so
Yellow flag, be careful there.
it's gonna be a short stream anyway because the race is short. Okay, definitely lowering the car helped. Temperature goes up.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Maybe after the race. Because to be honest, I have so little practice that only in the race I'm gonna actually discover what's the way to go here. So after the race, sure, let's do it. Now, where's the good place to...
Yellow flag,
Okay.
yellow flag. Be careful there.
I was thinking about good place to invalidate the laps. Oh, that was a decent lap. I'll take it, I'll take it.
The fastest lap so far.
I'm actually gonna save the replay, because we can use that for later, I don't know, track guide, track walk, whatever, because Kyalami is such a nice track. So yeah, I can do that later. Now, does this one tire need a one click of PSI? Maybe it does. I'm gonna try that, although that doesn't really look like it. Maybe I'm gonna leave it. What was my fuel per lap? I don't know. Did I do more than 3 laps? No. I'm gonna test it in quali. So the quali is gonna be 10 minutes, and I'm gonna use quali for additional practice. Just that I'm not gonna set any lap, right? But there you go. I just came in with no practice, loaded up a setup, did a lap or 2, checked that, okay, car doesn't work like I would like it to do. So I just made small changes, you know, random changes. It wasn't like calculated or something like that. Just really random changes, simple stuff. And just with small adaptation, there's a lap time, 42.7, and that's, you know, with 25.33 air, and not a hot lap, just, you know, quali lap. Although it was still with like 20 something liters. So, and you in the cup car you can do quali with like 6 liters for, and you get 4 laps with that, because it can go long on really low fuel. Um, 4 minutes to go. Yeah, let's just do some more laps. Do I want the car to be even more oversteery? I don't know. I don't think so. That's just a CDA setup that's modified a bit. Basically, I just dropped it a bit lower, because I don't feel like I'm benefiting a lot from it being higher, and actually I can use more aero by it being lower. So more front aero. The splitter just works just a tiny bit more efficient. It's really small changes. So here I can just drop it by 5 millimeters, and it's just gonna change the car just a bit on the front. But the rear I can drop, so that will give it more stability. It will settle down easier. I think tomorrow probably I'll do like an I was planning to make like an instruction video of how it works. So, you know, like rather than on Discord now, there's that page with info, so everyone can see how it works and it's explained. But I was thinking about like more in depth, or maybe not fully in depth, but you know, just record a video of me explaining how it works, because I just feel like making it that way, it will be easier for people to understand how coaching works, how different types of coaching work, because I'm gonna introduce like different types of coaching. So yeah, so I'm gonna tomorrow, or maybe even today after the race, if I'm not gonna feel super tired, I'm gonna like make that video, try to put it together, um, think about what to really say there, what info to give it there, you know, maybe what info is too detailed to be included in that simple instruction video how coaching works. Yeah, I'm gonna probably tomorrow or maybe the day after, sorry, I'm gonna rearrange some stuff in that coaching section on Discord. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to it probably at the end of the week and maybe even on Thursday. Who knows? But yeah, I'm doing that now that university stuff is over. Okay, that was again too late. But yeah, no worries. It's coming back and it's coming back soon.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Sure. Yeah, like it says, I think it's mentioned in current info tab, info section and coaching on Discord that yeah, we can do pretty much whatever you want, and I'll try to you know do the coaching and teach you whatever you like in whatever manner you want. So if you want to like practice even racing, yeah, sure, we can do it. So we can race together. I can tell you some stuff about when we race together, what to do here, what to do there. Race with you and just see how you handle some situations, you know. And then we can analyze that and do coaching from not just the very driving, but also from the racing. So how to approach some side-by-side actions, or how to just approach a racing situation overall. So you can work on improving everything: racecraft, car control, consistency, although they are all three like connected, but whatever. Well, P1 is in practice, that's not bad. And that's wasn't with quali-fuel. With quali-fuel the car can be like 2 tenths faster, maybe even 3 tenths faster. 3 tenths, maybe. Yeah, maybe 3 tenths, because there was for sure a tenth in the first sector. So maybe probably 3 tenths in it there is. Oh fuck, I should have practiced the pit entry. Nice. So you're also...
Give it all you can.
Whoops, wait, sorry. Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry for that. I'm still waiting for the new headphones to come. They should be in a few days. They should finally come in a few days. Because the ones that I'm using right now are not in the greatest shape. Okay, like I said, just do a few laps. See the fuel consumption so I can then calculate it. Oh man, it's so hot. Today... No, I'm not really upgrading VR headset anyway, because I don't have, for now, I don't have even decent enough hardware to run it. So there's no point for me to getting a better headset, which costs loads of money. If I can get a better hardware and even get a lot better quality on CV1 compared to what I'm using now. So for now I'll stick to it since it's working really, really well. Oh, for fuck's sake, my headphones. Okay, third to last corner, crocodile. That's where I can invalidate the laps, so I'm gonna be last. So I need to make sure that I won't do a valid lap. But yeah, there's just no reason for me to upgrade to any new headset. It's definitely nice. Hello. I just hope I didn't lose any pressure, because I think I might have lost a bit on the right rear. It's not good.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Landing validated.
Nah, you're not distracting me, man. That's what I stream for. So there's a chat. You can ask questions. You can chat with others. You can chat with me. And like I mentioned, today is a really chilled out stream and chilled out race, since the championship is really over. Race is gonna be 20 minutes. So it's really short quali. The quali will end in 4 minutes, and the race is 20 minutes. So it's really short sprint races.
I've been validated.
Man, that lap that I did in practice, that's what's really decent lap.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag, be careful there. Cut detected. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Okay, 43.0. There's definitely like 2 tenths in that lap. Thanks. Okay, that's too much.
I've been validated. Yellow flag, watch out.
So the fuel usage is like 1.9 liters. It's really low.
Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Whoops. Oh, and Bloody headphones again. Disintegrating.
Landing validated. Session is now over.
Damn, Paul was 42.6, really good lap. I really wonder how much I was losing with higher fuel. Probably quite a bit. Just a bit though. But yeah, time for the race, 20 minutes, and the start is in 3 minutes. I just wanted to calculate that fuel. Okay, I didn't practice the pit entry, so that's not gonna help. Oh, bloody headphones. It's so annoying. I hate it. 25 liters plus 1. So the car is in the fastest, and we're going in with no practice, but it should be enough. There we go. Yeah.
Go in single file.
On higher settings, the close-up detail is really amazing. Car models in ACC are, in my opinion, the detail of those models is so nice. But of course, now it looks really bad because I need to make everything look bad to get performance. But they are so nice. Maybe I'm gonna later, just for fun, go for those higher settings to show you. Hello. Okay, I need to warm up those brakes and tires. Hi Vency, hello. Yes, 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 I know.
Go in double file.
Okay, there's the box. I'm not gonna do it. No, guys at front are too fast today. I don't have that much pace today. I would have gave it a go at Laguna Seca, but not today. But yeah, let's see. Starting in a sec.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, that's what happens when someone turns under braking. But there was another accident that I kinda avoided because of that. Yeah, I have like a second of damage at the front, but there was just nothing I could have done. I went for a gap that was left, and the guy turned under braking, so that's fully on him. And by doing that, I got like huge... I overtook half of the field that just got messed up in that spinning car. Ooh, Magdate is sideways, Jonker is sideways. Can I overtake Dom? Ah,
Car on the left.
I have to go to the outside. Dom is still on my inside.
Clear on the
Come
left.
on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Where's the pit box? There it is. Oh, what? Why? Ah.
Mandatory stop is not clear.
Oh, that was so slow. Look, I've got overtaken in the pit by someone because... Yeah, because pits in that game are broken. Ooh. I lost like 5 seconds because of doing that. should have done like at least one practice pit stop. I told myself I'll do it and I haven't. Well, this guy is driving with his hazards on, so that's interesting.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not gonna get any. Because I should be 5 seconds ahead already. There you go. A car that I pitted in right behind. That's how much I lost. You can see how much I lost in the pit by stopping in the wrong place. That's just ridiculous. ACC fixed that. Oh wait, that last lap was actually 42. Interesting.
Well done, mate. Go for left.
Well, at least it's consistent. And even Dom is... Jesus. Okay, he's gonna have lower pressures.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
He took a really good line, I couldn't do anything about it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go. Car on the left.
Oh, he knew I wanted to go.
Clear on the left.
I should have gone outside. He just parked it on the apex. If I would have went outside, he would have had lower speed.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. There's a slow car ahead.
Ooh, Dom! That's not the track.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
The pace is really nice. At least I feel like this is really nice pace. It's a shame for that pit stop. Eight minutes, probably. Yeah, 7.5. Oh. Come on. I said the pace is good and now I'm making such a
Warning for exceeding track
shit
limits.
mistakes.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
Thank you for subscribing. Hello.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Oh, without those mistakes, with good pit stop, I would be ahead of Greco, I think. Damn, that pit stop. Anyway, we need to keep pushing. I don't know. Like 30 seconds, maybe less. Oh, come on. I'm starting calculating in my head what's my gap. I need to focus on the driving. Maybe. Hard to say.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
Okay, this lap they're pitting. Come on. Johnny sideways. all leaving pits now. Oh man, come on, go!
There's a car exiting pit lane. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
At least one. Let's go. Oh, so close behind Nade.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. The leader has finished the race.
He's got it.
Clear on the left.
I tried it, but then the car washed out.
You did your best. Bring it
Ah!
back to
Damn pit stop, P5. But damn pit stop. That pit stop was everything. That pit stop could have gave me almost P2. Cause that was close. That was way closer than I thought. With that pit stop. I'll need to see the start though. Thank you, Vancy. That start wasn't the best. Well, it wasn't my fault, and the pit stop was definitely not that. You know, after that pit stop, I don't deserve that. But thank you anyway. You're a legend, Vancy. Thank you very much. Oh, the car just ran out of fuel. Nice. So the fuel was at least calculated well. Well, that was expected for it to run out of fuel. Yeah, it's only 6 months, not 2 years, only 6 months. Oh, it's just so close. I want to see that last corner real quickly. Just I'm gonna go to 2D, but I just want to see last corner. My car just washed out, so I went to the outside. And I like drove around the outside, so I won't spin. But it was his corner anyway, so yeah, of course I continued. But if I would overtake him by going so wide to the outside, I would give that position back. But since I knew that okay, he's got the corner, I just did. At this moment right here, it could have worked out if I didn't have that correction right here in the middle that I had to do. And I did that correction in the middle of the car understeer. If it wouldn't, if that corner was perfect, I would have been able to maybe get a better run on him with higher speed on the outside because we were equal. But right here, when I lifted off the brake there, it had a wiggle. So I just, made a safe thing of going just wide rather than trying to tighten out the corner, and the rears would give out and I would spin. So I'd rather just go to the outside like that, open the exit, release the steering so the car doesn't snap at least. It was his corner anyway. And on the corner before, he defended beautifully. Both into this corner, where outside wouldn't really work. I tried to get good run, and I did get a good run. Here he went really defensive heavily, but you can see how he parked it beautifully. He didn't run wide. He didn't give me any chances to get underneath him, just none. And it was so close because he had the wiggle on this corner, and yeah, that was really good car positioning. It's just execution wasn't the best. Thanks, man. The car was handling so well, though. It was really good. That was such a nicely handling race car. What are the fastest laps? What Mesa did? 42.9 he did as well. Nate did 42.8. You know, they were flying. But what was it? What was their pace? I want to see their pace. Like here you can see. Then he did 43.3, 3.7, 3.6, 3.1. Okay, I wasn't faster than that. I think I wasn't that good. I had 42, 42, 42. Then I had a battle with Dom, and then I was consistent in a way that I did 43, 3.6, 0.6, 0.6, 0.5. And of course, those 2 laps when I was battling, I lost out. But in the pits, I'm almost sure I lost out like 5 seconds. And Johnny was 5 seconds behind Greco. Plus, I had those battles, right? So if I wouldn't lose those seconds in battling, which the strategy I've put myself into would give me, because I was with clear track, I would be with clear track. It's just that I wasn't, because I missed the pit stop, so I rejoined behind Dom and Johnny Knight. Oh, that was nice though. Okay, I'm gonna relaunch the game. What was Greco's pace? Okay, server. They left the server, so it's everything broken. Everything's broken. Anyway, it's quit. I'm gonna go to the replay. I want to see what happened at the start, because I'm almost sure that wasn't my fault. And we're gonna go for that. I promise we're gonna go for that. Like instructional lap video, lap guide, whatever. So give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch to maybe this on the stream. Hi Dom. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go to the replay and join you. Okay. Oh, that's such a relief. Oh, because it's so hot. Just taking the VR headset off your head. What? What an amazing feeling with current weather. Yeah, your laps were consistent and you were driving behind me really well. It's just that on your outlap, you had, well, low tire pressure, so you're sliding a lot. But your car's positioning was amazing, Dom. It was really hard to get you. So without that mistake, if you had the better pressures, I wouldn't be able to come through you easily. So that was good driving. Unfortunate that you had that snap on the final corner. That wasn't really where the track was. So press F, but yeah. I guess it wasn't. That's what it is. I had a bad pit stop, you had a spin. Okay, let me launch the game, and I'm gonna take the look at that start. First the start, and then we can go for that instructional video, or whatever we can call it. It was nice. It was nice. Let me actually get the chat on the screen, so I need to split the screen like that, and I can do this. Righto. Whoops. What happened here? Never mind. Okay, it's back. Why it's lagging so much on the preview? Is it lagging so much as well on the... Holy fuck. What happened here? Okay, now it's back to... Oh, it's not. Okay, CPU is struggling for some reason. There is the race. Yeah, unfortunately the race just ended. Okay, let's see that race start. I don't know where was the car that should be here. Let me actually go to the helicam. Is the Nvidia making it like super? Or maybe it's just... Is it only me that I see that really choppy on the preview in Streamlabs, or is the stream also like really choppy from time to time, like really low FPS? Anyway, like, where is the car that should be here? I don't know. It's maybe that this car should be here and this car should be here and I'm here, even though I should be last. I think it's just that those two cars that are here, they were supposed to be here and here. They are off, a bit off. This happens. Anyway, let's see that start. So, yeah, the guy just completely turns in and he has a car coming, so the mirrors are in the cars, so he's not reacting to anything, so that's totally on him, because there is space for the car to the inside, and he's just taking that line and now braking, so now he shouldn't move, especially if he has a car coming, and he just turns. And then this car spins, and then this car gets spun. Who went into him? This car went into him. So he was braking. Oh wait, what? Oh, so the car that turned into me. Oh, sorry. I'm getting... So this car that got ahead of me... Well, he wasn't fully on the brakes, and he maybe panicked, went totally off the brakes right here, and just got sent into those cars. So that's... Okay, press F. Is that stream really choppy for some reason, or... Oh yeah, there are some really big frame rate issues. Why though? I don't get that. Maybe Nvidia is really making that do that, which is weird. It shouldn't, so sorry for that. That's weird. Let's see now. Maybe now it's gonna be better. Why is it doing that though? That's what I don't understand. It shouldn't whatsoever. Don't tell me it's so hot that it can't even... That would be worrying. Or maybe it's just the heat that it's... It shouldn't be. Oh, fuck my life. Oh boy, it's throttling hard. The temperatures went so high. Oh boy. Yeah, it's so hot. Normally I'm not getting throttling, but today it's throttling because it's so hot. Well, okay, now I'll know. Anyway, let's go. Let's just get back to it. So I go for a move I can absolutely do, and I would brake in time for the gap, but then the gap disappeared and it's totally on him. And then the purple car gets spun, and I try to avoid him, but there's just no space, so that's what happens. That's so unfortunate. And it was all caused by that white car that turned in on me. Here the guy didn't. Thiago could have hold the brakes a bit more, maybe. But yeah, that's so unfortunate. But anyway, somehow that made me be ahead of all those guys, so yeah, it's struggling. It's just so hot. So there's that. Let me see what actually happened here, because why is McDade third? Oh, he started fourth. Okay, that makes sense. I thought he was higher up, but it looks like he wasn't. Okay, let's see the start at the front. So Greco had a good start. He actually got ahead of McDade. He made a really aggressive move to the inside, but that's fine. So Greco made a good start. So yeah, Nate was P3, right? Yeah, he was P3 and Greco got ahead of him. So that's great start from Greco. Yonkers gets all sideways. Greco as well. Greco could have that position really easily. And I was almost behind Greco. If I wouldn't have that pit stop, I'm almost certain I would be ahead of Greco. Damn! So that was so close. Like, the more I look at it, I'm more realize that without that bad pit stop, I could have actually be like on podium or even something else. Okay, so Greco got ahead, and now whose fault is that? I think that's a bit on Nade. Because, well, yeah, Yonkers is turning in, but he's leaving well more than enough space, and Nade is really coming in hot. That was way too hot. But they held it. Good car control from both of them, but of course it made us all concertina into that train. And now I just try to send it around the outside, and I actually got ahead of Dom right here. So you can see that on the helicam, that right here I'm coming. I see the gap that Johnny opens up, so I go for the move, because you can see that here I need that space. If Johnny was on the outside here, I wouldn't have enough space, so I needed that space. I saw him going to the inside, and I just launched it to the outside. I needed that space, and here I managed to drive around Dom. You can see how I threw the car into the corner, and here now the car, look at the angle. Look how the car is rotating, like how my car is rotating right here. So I really threw it into the corner right here, rotated it nicely, and got on the throttle early enough. So on the outside I got him. That was good. And then of course, you know, I have to try something, so I'm trying to put under pressure one of those guys ahead. Johnny's running wide, and now I'm thinking like, okay, those guys are gonna battle no matter what. If no one's pitting from them, I'm doing it. So here, I'm just going for it. And unfortunately, my pit was so bad. I should have went for like automatic clutch or something like that and just make it fast. I had that off. So I stopped. I'm almost sure that I stopped a bit too late, just a bit. But like for some cars, like, bro, for some cars, this is actually how you're supposed to do that. You probably know that post on Twitter from Jardier, how this is actually how you're supposed to do that in some cars. So it's so inconsistent, you know, and Lollipop Man is here, so like, bro, what even is that? And of course the game decides, no, that's bad, I'm gonna move you. So it moves me to that position, which, well, it seems reasonable. It's just that sometimes it moves you from being like not close enough, and it sometimes moves you to like this position automatically. So it's so inconsistent from the car to car. It's really hard to get right. Well, I didn't get it right. I should have practiced it. Do at least one practice pit stop before. Visual damage we can check. Like there was absolutely almost no damage at all. That splitter is not as aggressive as in GT3 car, so it didn't do any much of a difference. But you can see how here it's waiting, only now goes up. And then because I didn't have automatic clutch, now turning on the car and launching took me so long. You can see that I got overtaken by who? By this guy. And where was he compared to me? Pit in. Yeah, you can see how far behind he is, and he was ahead. So that's how much I lost. That's what? 3 seconds? Yeah, that's like 3 seconds. And he rejoins in front of me. Yeah, that's like 3 seconds. And then he rejoins with good pit stop. Then he rejoins in front of me by how much? 1.9 seconds is the difference right here. And of course then I immediately push and he's way slower, so I immediately can catch like a second in the first sector, right? Because I'm just pushing all the way. And we could see that he was struggling a bit, so he was slowing down a lot. But you can see he was 3 seconds behind me, he's 1.9 ahead, so that's literally at 5 seconds. And you remember later that when I overtook him, Johnny came out ahead, like, there he is, that's 5 seconds or something. Or even more. Right here, 3.3. So this is 3.3 right here. So probably on the line it was similar to 5 seconds right here. It says 8.3 right there because it was measured when he was still in the pits or something like that. So he was traveling super slowly right here. That's why the difference is a lot bigger, or some stuff like that. Yeah, because he went through the line like right here, or even before he stopped. He went through the line. But yeah, right here it's something like 5 seconds when he's on turn 1. So that's that time lost. And if I would be ahead of Johnny with superior pace to him, let's just simulate what could have happened. So I'm 4 seconds behind him. And then I need to battle with Dom, because Dom had really good pit stop. So now I'm behind Dom. Dom was battling really well. Well, that's a race. He's not gonna let me go, of course. And he's positioning his car really well. And he's at disadvantage because he has lower pressures. But he's making sure that every exit he's got nailed. And he's just positioning the car really well in a way that I can't go for any move that will give me good chance for overtake. So here, nothing I could do. I just need to wait behind him. He gets a snap, but again, he has decent enough exit. The car bogs down a bit here in third gear, so he's gonna be ahead no matter what. Yeah, when I turn on that Nvidia thing, it just starts to lag. Anyway, so I got Dom here because he had a wee moment. Whoops. How much further was that? Apart from being too much. Waiting, it just spins. F. And anyway, I lost like a second and a half by doing that. You can see how close already I'm to Johnny, because I'm already on pace and I can push. So And now I'm losing all that time again that I gained on that first lap by battling with Dom on this lap. And you can see at the end of this lap, he's already gone again. So that was a time loss. So 5 seconds plus now 1.5 seconds. That's like 6 seconds, let's say. Not 6.5, let's say 6 seconds. And now I'm pushing. I made some mistakes. I had one bad lap where I lost half of the second for no apparent reason. So maybe could have, by being cleaner, not making those mistakes, gain a second on track. But still, it would happen anyway. So let's still say it's 6 seconds. And what was the difference at the very end? The difference at the very end was Johnny being 5 seconds behind Greco, and Greco being 1 second behind Magdate, right? So 5 seconds plus 1 second, that's 6 seconds right here. From me to Nade, that's 6 seconds. He's right there. That makes sense. That's 6 seconds. And I'm just stuck behind Johnny on the last lap. So I think one of them, Greco or Nade, one of them would come ahead of, would rejoin the track after a bit ahead of me, maybe. But still, there was a chance to be P2. Well, Nade isn't even that far behind Mesa, so I could have been in contention there. But you know, it's just me wondering what could have been if I didn't have that pit stop. But I had bad pit stop, so that's what it is. And that one we already saw all over him, just sending it on the outside. Oh, you can see how the line on the engine was really nice, but then I just didn't have that grip. Here I had the wiggle. Can you see that on the onboard? Turning in, now trail braking, and now I release the brake and I felt that the car is coming loose, and here I had to correct. And when I went on the throttle, it already, I just didn't settle down that car. On all tires it is like that. It's just difficult to drive. Need to get good. But in the middle of the race on some laps it felt so nice to drive. Okay, let me go to that practice session. Where was free practice session? Is it not saved? It is. There it is. I think that's the one. It should be. Yeah, that's it. And there we can see maybe that lap that I did, which was 52 7, right? Wait, I think I pressed the save the replay button here, but it didn't really save it, because that's supposed to be the lap. Let me look at race logic. 42 7. Yep, that's the lap. Okay, it just doesn't show it on the at the bottom there. So let's take a look at this lap, because like I said, let's make a little track guide. There was someone waiting for it. So there is a track guide. I'm gonna actually maybe notify people on Discord that there is a track guide if they want. Oh yeah, there you are, Harry. Yeah, so we're gonna do it. I'm gonna even notify people on the stream that there is track guide. I'm just gonna change camera position in the car. So what I need to do is go single player, start the session. I'm just gonna change the camera position a bit so you can see the steering wheel inside the car better. So I don't know, like give it a bit of pitch and give it more of this. That's actually quite a lot. And maybe move it back a bit like that.
Green light, go, go, go.
Thank you, Gergo. Green light, go. Let's go. Yes, I called everyone from Discord. Let's do a practice. Practice? Let's do a track guide. Like track guide on stream of Kyalami. Because I did one nice lap in free practice. There was definitely like a 10th in it, especially in first sector. But it's a really nice lap, so let's take a look at it. And then, since someone requested to like make a track guide slash, I don't know, like commentary lap or something like that, let's just go through the lap and let's show how Kyalami it should be driven with the cup car. So let's just take a look at the lap, and then we're gonna go through it in detail. And for now, let's just look at the lap. How old am I? I'm 21. Will I post it after the lap? No, not really. It wasn't any like special pole position on super fast lap. Well, I guess it was decent, but it wasn't anything like super uber special. Last sector was definitely nice, but there's way more to find in sector 1 and at the beginning of sector 2. So I could always do a hot lap, but I don't feel like a need for to do that. There's a really good Kyalami lap. There's a really good Kyalami lap already on YouTube with the GT3R 38.5 lap. I remember that corner was really nice. And last corner as well. Last corner hooked up really nicely as well. Okay, so that was the lap, and that was 42.7. So that was really fast lap time, especially that last sector. That was really nice, and at the top of the hill, it was really nice. But in the first sector, there is more time. So let's see the lap again, and I'll tell you where's more time and where the lap was really, really nice. Let's go maybe from this view, and let's talk about Kyalami. So we're heading into turn 1. We have really big and obvious braking references that are just those boards on the outside. It's really hard for someone to, destroy them, as it's gonna be it would be really rare for someone to, I don't know, spin or have a crash and go into those barriers right here. But if those markers disappear, remember that on road, there on 150-meter board, there's a line on the road. Reverse, there's a line, and at 100-meter, there's also a line right here. There's a line. So those boards, those are your references, and also that Marshall post is at 100 meters. But if you look at the track itself, there are also those lines. So you can use those for a reference, and you can pick whatever you want. If you use something else for a reference, go for it. Okay, so where do I brake? I brake early. I brake on that very lap. I brake early, and I brake too early. On the stream, on some of the other laps in the race, I was braking at way better places. Yes, it's a new microphone, and I hope it sounds better, because I still haven't checked. Like I'm trying different volumes, different sensitivities, different modes. It's just mod mic USB. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch previous streams and see which setting sounded the best. But yeah, it's new, and I hope it sounds decent. It's definitely way more clearer than previously when I was using the mic that was included in my VR headset. So yeah, that's good. That's really good to hear that it sounds nice. Hello, thanks for subscribing. Anyway, let's get back to the lap, because that's what people are here for. So here you need to brake in a cup car a bit before 100 meters. Not at 150, not at 140, more like 125, 120, maybe 115. So yeah, here I brake a lot earlier, but then you can see that coming into the first corner, you need to just try to stay on the outside as much as possible, and then you start to trail brake from the very outside towards the apex, and go with that speed that you have. And you see, I'm already releasing the brake. I'm releasing it quite a lot because I have a lot of I braked so early that I was able to carry that speed in the car really easily. I wasn't really fighting the car on the entry because I didn't have that excess speed that I had to bleed off with really precise trail braking. Is there any like previous lap where it was done better? Let me just check. Here I think I go wide. Yep, here I go wide. On this lap... Oops, wrong. Here, on this lap I also go wide. On this lap, I also go wide. On this lap, I go side by side with Dalking. On first lap, I probably miss it as well. Oh, on the first lap, it's actually decent. So on the very first lap I did here, it's decent. So let's take this for... Because first corner, it was just... There was 2/10. That first corner was messed up, man. So let's use for reference of first corner this lap, and then we're gonna talk through the rest of that lap. So like you can see right here, braking at, what is it, 125, 120, right? So you're coming, and just before 100 you brake. In the GT3 car, you can brake 10 meters later, maybe 15 meters later with really, you know, low fuel, rearwards brake bias, soft setup, maybe high downforce. Maybe you can brake at 100, just before 100, maybe 105, 110 with a cup car, maybe with a GT3 car, maybe 120, 125 with a cup car, right? So that's where I come on the brakes, right here, and boom, onto the brakes. That's like 125, and then start trail braking and already starting to going into the corner, right? So I commit into the corner and then I bleed off the brakes, trail braking into that apex. So from the very outside, I start to rotate the car into the corner, and then I help that rotation with trail braking, and then I control that rotation with trail braking into the apex. And there are loads of corners like that on Kyalami. Turn 1, turn 3, both DSs, the corner at the top of the hill, crocodile, last corner, all of those corners, they are the key to get time on them is to bring a lot of speed into those corners and carry the speed through those long sweeping corners, because those corners feel like they take forever. But it's important to carry that speed through those corners and carry a lot of speed into that corner, right? So that's what I'm doing right here. From the very outside of the track, I'm committing into the corner, and with trail braking, I'm bringing that speed into the corner, right? So I'm braking as late as possible and as far into the corner with trail braking. So that's why trail braking is important. And Kyalami is really good track for practicing trail braking because of those long sweeping corners. If you want to practice trail braking, do it at Kyalami, because first, it's bloody amazing track. Second, it's just good for it. So you can see, trail brake into that apex, I'm on the apex, and now from the apex, let's use all the road and just accelerate out of the corner immediately, right? You can use more road, you can use less road, it also depends. Some people want to prefer to take the first corner a bit tighter to have really open line through here, so they don't need to fight the car to make, I think that's turn 3 number-wise, although, like, technically this is turn 1, like technically this is turn 1, so this is turn 2, so this is turn 3, yeah. So anyway, you want to carry as much speed through turn 1, and you want to get on the throttle as early as possible, but in a way that you'll be able to carry the speed through this corner and stay flat, right? So you want to stay flat through this corner. All those corners are connecting, right? Me swearing? No. Okay, so accelerating as early as possible and using as much roll as possible. Sometimes you can't use all of that, but as much as possible, but in a way that you can take the rest of that part flat, right? here I need to lift just a bit. Anyway, let's go back to that lap that we want to discuss about. So early on the throttle, and now trying to stay flat, staying flat, accelerating, and bringing the car to again to the outside, because now which corner is important? The corner that's gonna take us onto the straight. So now we need to position the car into that corner, right? You just need to break down what's happening and what you need to do, and then you'll get the lines. So we want to now prioritize this corner and exit on that corner. So we need to prepare the car for that corner by opening that corner as much as possible, making that corner as wide as possible with as high radius line. So we need to position the car in a way that that corner is going to be really open and wide, right? So we need to transition into that outside line right here. So we're making that corner flat, and we're bringing the car to the outside right here, and braking. You can see how flowy all that whole section is. From the very exit, first corner, bringing it to the outside, braking, still turning more, going on the throttle. You can see how much flow there is through that section, right? And you need to be gentle with the inputs to be able to carry the speed. You're doing everything at high speed. You're trying to be at really high speed and manage all the weight transfer at high speed. But if you're gonna, you need to be really careful with weight transfers and be really smooth with weight transfers. So for example, right here, we're bringing the car to the outside, but right here, I'm going onto the brakes, but I'm not slamming the brakes. I'm just gently going on the brakes, not fully, and then trying to carry that speed. Late apex here. So we're opening up the corner, going for a later apex, and having as better exit as possible, right? So bringing the car to the outside, trail braking while still turning. So braking a little bit, gentle with the inputs, gently on the brakes, so the weight transfer is controlled. Going for the late apex, and you're using all the road. And that, I can tell you, could have been done a lot better. So, like I told you, bringing more speed into the first corner, and then attacking that exit even more. So here, maybe trying to be a bit more aggressive and having a bit more rotation. Just a tiny bit. Because right here it understeered a bit, so that could have been a bit better. Keeping the momentum. That's right, keeping the momentum. Okay, this corner. Again, next corner, you just need to carry that speed, carry the momentum through the corner. And if we're again gonna look from the top of that corner, you can see how you're here on the outside. And now look what would happen if you would turn in early. You would turn in early, go into that corner, and then it goes tighter. So you can stay on the outside a bit longer, and then go here for the late apex, right? So stay a bit on the outside and go for a late apex, so that corner isn't tightening on the exit, right? You want to have a corner that's not gonna be tightening on the exit. You want the corner that's gonna nicely open up for you at the exit, and that's gonna allow you to carry that speed through the corner and then maintain that speed and use it. So you're gonna go for a late apex right here, open up that corner, and then go for that later apex, and now release the steering, apply the throttle, and have that open exit. So here you're going from the outside to the inside, and that inside is really deep into the corner. You can see that right here I'm not going for that inside, I'm waiting, and only now going for the inside, and the apex is really far right here. If you're going for that corner, you can see sometimes like there's a change of radius on the curb. I don't know really how to explain it. Like, you can see that this curb follows a certain radius, and then you're gonna arrive at the point where you're gonna literally see right here that radius changing, and that's where you want to get that apex, right here, where that radius changing from this, and then there's that the corner gets again tighter, and you want to go for that apex, and then from that apex you release the steering and go towards the outside, carry that momentum that you went into the corner with, right? So going for this, and now releasing the steering, going to the outside, carrying that momentum that we came into the corner with. So using as much roll as possible, just maximizing how much track we can use and how much speed we can carry through the corner. And again, with the inputs, how it was with that corner before previous straight, gently on the inputs and gently with weight transfer, because the car can easily snap on that corner, and ultimately we want to carry as much speed as possible. So it's gonna be, if you're carrying a lot of speed, if you're throwing the car into the corner, it's gonna be tough. So you need to be gentle with those inputs, and then it's gonna be nice. Be gentle with the car, treat it with respect, and it's gonna reward you. Now, this corner seems tighter than it is. You can go for early apex, but then you can release the steering really early. Again, let's look at the corner from the outside and let's see what possibly can be done. Look that, again, if you're gonna follow that line, it would be like the opposite of this corner. If we would follow the line that the inside curb follows, the corner would be just a lot more tighter on the exit. And here we have on the entry, here the track is really narrow, you go for an early apex, there's a rubber, there's a grip, you need to hack that apex, but then if you're gonna hack that curb, you're just gonna end up with here the exit. That's not maximized in any way, right? So we need to go for that early apex, but then that track just goes wider and you can use all that track's width. So we can here go early on the throttle, and I don't know if that's really the case, if maybe the corner isn't symmetrical, but every single time when you go for the corner, it feels like the exit, there's so much more to use at the exit. There's so much more road to use at the exit. I don't know if that's some visual illusions or some stuff like that, but every single time you go for that apex and go for that curb, and if you would hack that curb more and more and more, that exit wouldn't be maximized in any way. So just you can release the steering and go for the exit so early. You can see how wide the road is here on the exit. Here you come into the corner. Here it seems that the corner is really tight. Now you can release the steering and look how wide that track is, so we can go to that exit as early as possible. When you practice in the Porsche, do you decide when you turn in what feels good for you? When you practice, how do you in the Porsche decide when to turn in? How do they decide when to turn in? It's all about vision, and just just getting the feel for it, because different setups, different cars are gonna react differently and respond differently. But if you're looking far enough into the distance, it's about vision and it's about timing. It's about timing and it's about vision, and that vision is gonna allow you to have accurate timing. So if you look far into the distance, and it's just easier for you to judge how to time in turning in. So it's important to have good timing and good vision, and that's usually vision that's focused far ahead. And you'd be surprised how many drivers think that they're looking far ahead and they're still not looking far enough. So it's important to have good vision, and that good vision will enable you to have all the timings right, and that timing will just be more accurate. You're gonna be more comfortable with that timing, and that's gonna just allow you to time in entry point a lot better, because you're turning in, and basically you looking far into the corner allows you to judge a lot easier and a lot more accurately when to turn in, how to turn in, and what line you're gonna follow, what line you could expect to get out of the car by looking far ahead, because you're already looking, let's say, at your destination, right? You want to get, I don't know, from where you are right now to the apex, or where you are right now to the exit. If you're looking at those points that you're traveling towards, at big apex, exit, and if you give yourself a lot of time to look at those things, your timing and how you judge that is gonna be a lot easier. And it depends just from car to. It also depends from car to car. It's gonna differ. That point at when to turn in, it's of course gonna differ. So you need to do a few laps, get a feel for the car. But then the execution itself when you finally get the feel of the car, the execution itself, that's gonna come from good timing and good vision. And then on the fly, you're just gonna be able to adjust to any car you drive, and alter what you're doing, you know, one way or another. But it's not necessarily that there are specific points at where to turn in with different cars. It's just that yes, those points differ, but you do it by feel. But to get a good feel, you can do that with having good vision, precise vision forward, and good timing. It's all in the head, it's all in the eyes, it's all in the hands. So it's all in your mind, basically. It really is all in your mind. Usually when I'm doing coaching, we're talking about stuff like that. Jesus, I'm just doing free coaching. Anyway, let's continue, because that's getting really, really long. Let's go. So, okay, now we have that first sector done. It wasn't the best. This fast right-hander sunset was really, really nice, but first corner was bad. There could have been more commitment into the turn 2, or actually turn 4, coming into the straight. And now this corner could be improved by being more confident. So I could have maybe brought a bit more speed into the corner. You can see that I was already off the brake, so that means that I could have braked deeper into the corner, but of course it's difficult, especially with the car as snappy as the Cup car in ACC. But then you can, like I said, be early on the front. It's just that here it jumped a bit. I wasn't really comfortable yet with the car, how it was taking that curb. Maybe I should avoid that curb altogether. I don't know, maybe that would have been a better option. In the race I didn't have that much of an issue. But sometimes it understeered, sometimes it oversteered. I just wasn't comfortable enough for the corner. But if you can nail the lap and don't get that snap on the exit and have a car settled, you can, like I told you, go on the throttle really, really early and just maximize that exit. So there was maybe another half a tenth or something like that. Okay, now those two S's, those were beautiful. So again, you're asking me about turning point, yeah? Whoops. So looking far into the distance, and I know where that corner is, and now it's all about weight transfer and just like, how to explain it? Introducing the car into the corner, let's say. So smoothly, gently with the inputs, and again trying to carry that speed. So initiate a lot of rotation at high speed, but be gentle because the car will be snappy. So you can see that I'm braking just a tiny bit, and here I'm already releasing the brake, and you can see how much rotation the car gets. And I'm aiming to cut that curb a bit and carry all that speed, because I don't need to like brake for that corner and then accelerate. There's no acceleration zone after that corner. There's immediately transition to the next corner. I don't need any straight line acceleration after this corner. So I can carry loads of speed through that corner and just, you know, go through that corner with as high speed as possible. It could have been even more, although I positioned the cars nicely for the next transition, where usually the Porsche will understeer. That's why I didn't bring as much speed into that corner. Some GT3 cars that won't understeer as much as the Cup car here, you can bring even more speed through the first part of the corner, because then you can do the next corner flat, and still carry that speed and momentum that you bring into the first part, and they still do it flat without understeering. But still, that depends on the car, the setup. Some cars will do that, some cars won't do that, some setups will do that, some cars won't do that. But basically, again, it's like it's the same how it was with turn 2 first and second, and first and second turn, that we want to make first part, which here was the first corner, in a way that we can make the second corner flat. So again, here in the S's, I'm maximizing the first part of the corner in a way that I can do the second one flat and also maximize it. So throwing the car in, bringing as much speed through the corner, doing immediate transition, and already the car was positioned in a way that I can do the transition, turn in for the corner, use that curve for the additional rotation, and just stay flat, release the steering, and let the car freely accelerate out of the corner. Yeah, that entry was beautiful. And you know, I can tell you a lot about the lines, I can tell you about how to do that stuff, but that doesn't change the fact that to do air, you know, car control like that on the entry, that's just practice and getting the feel for the car. With practice and understanding how that works, you can get there. It's not like only aliens can do that. That requires a bit of practice and understanding how the weight transfer works. But you know, on top of those lines that we're aiming for, there always needs to be car control, and the car control is really underrated in sim racing for some reason. Like, people carry about lines, they carry a lot about setups, they carry a lot of small details, but there's no like genuine car control that people are focusing on, and it's really, really important to have that car control. That's why I developed my skills by like driving some random cars in OG AC. I was just loading, like, I don't know, like LaFerrari on some back road and just sliding around in it. Or I don't know, like a vintage car that's have really, really progressive tire, and you can feel a lot of slip angles getting it on some vintage track or some back road. Again, like, I know LA Canyons, Transfargassen, some Japanese toges or something like that, and just play with the car, get the feel for the car, and try to control different types of cars' behaviors, and get adaptable with car control. And it's gonna gain you loads, because then you can use that car control to execute all the other stuff that you can that you're focusing on, right? Without that car control, you won't be able to execute any of the other stuff that we are talking about. So car control is really, really important. Okay, now this corner, it was also beautiful. Breaking point right here. It's hard to get a reference right here. I use for reference, whoa, that was, I use for reference that guy right here in the Marshall post. Yeah, so I'm using that Marshall post as a reference. You're going past it and somewhere around there. So you're going over that hill, there's a Marshall post, you brake just before it. And then again, like I told you, all the corners at Kyalami especially, I mean, most of the corners in the world work like that, that you just want to carry as much speed into those corners, while having, of course, really, really good exit. It's just that Kyalami, those corners sweep so nicely and they're so long, and it's really, really hard to do that for those long sweeping corners. But still, over the hill, blind corner, but you need to brake late from the outside and now trail brake into that apex and just carry that speed. I stopped trail braking really, really early. It's hard to trail brake deep into the corner with the cup car. Sometimes it's just easier to let off the brakes and just steer into the corner and let the car rotate by itself. For more edgy setups, you can try to be even more artistic. I don't know, more precise with the brake and trail brake even deeper into the corners, but maybe that would require a bit safer setup. Those setups in ACC that we have are really, really snappy on the exit, but then they'll steer understeer. Sorry, they're really snappy on the entry, but then they still understeer on the exit. So we want to get rid of that understeer on the exit, so then they are more snappy on the entries. So you know, you just come off the brakes and let the car rotate by itself using that natural rotation. Hello. So trying to trail brake, initiate that rotation, and then the car rotates, use that natural rotation and that rotation that you gave the car. If you want more, you can trail brake even deeper into the corner, you can come off the brake slower, faster, whatever. Trail braking is about controlling that grip of the front and controlling that rotation. So just play with it. But ultimately, again, bringing a lot of momentum into the corner, deep into the corner, and now accelerating again as early as possible. And with a lot of cars, you can get rotation on the throttle, because the track goes from underneath you. It goes downhill right here. So here you get rotation and a bit of snaps on the exit. So now I'm going on the throttle, and right here it's oversteering, because the track goes from underneath you, it starts going downhill. And you're gonna get just snap of oversteer. Which you can use. It's not like, oh, you're gonna get a snap of oversteer. And so avoid it by all means. Use it. Don't be scared of it. Embrace it. Okay, next to corners, it's again the same. Brake when there's 100-meter boards and when the rubber starts. And again, go to the outside. So we want to position the car so you're opening the corner, and you want to bring a lot of speed into the corner and trail brake deep into the corner, and then probably again release the steering, release the brake, maybe even before the apex itself, again to stabilize the car, let it rotate by itself. Sometimes you just don't need that much braking, even though ultimately we're aiming for pushing that deceleration zone as far into the corner as possible. It's still important. Now I'm talking a lot on Kyalami about bringing that momentum into the corner, but it's important on Kyalami. But remember, everything everything needs to be done in a way that exit is still clean, and you're releasing the steering on the exit, and it maximizes your run onto the straight, right? It's just that Kyalami has corners that are made in a way that it's easy to just like go with a constant speed through the corner, and they are really long, and it takes forever for you to get to that exit. So that's why I'm saying that's important here, to carry that speed into those long corners, and it's hard to do that because they are so long and so sweeping, right? But every single time prioritize the exit. It's just that knowing how that exit looks like, let's try to push that braking zone and deceleration zone as far into the corner and bring as much momentum in that entry and mid corner phase while keeping that exit. So going into the corner, trail braking, a few taps of the brakes. You can see dancing with the pedals, and then just getting out to the outside. That was beautiful corner. Braking, car is a bit oversteering, car is rotating, releasing the brakes, tapping the brakes, going early on the throttle, releasing the steering, car rotates. That's just dancing with the car, pure car control. But again, you can see that even though there are a lot of corrections, me fighting with the car, I mean, it's on the limit, the car will do that. And also my driving style is just like that I'm doing a lot of corrections, I'm really fast with my inputs and aggressive with my inputs. But if you look at it from the outside, and not really focus on the brakes but focus on the speed, you can see that it's opening the corner, gradually releasing the speed as deep into the corner, and then gradually increasing the speed out of the corner as early as possible, using as much of the track, right? So rotation as deep into the corner, into the apex, and releasing that rotation and accelerating as early as possible using all the track. By the way, track limits right here. So track limits right here is this curb right here. So you can keep your inside tires at that curb. You need to keep those outside tires on the curb. Now this corner, avoid the sausage. Sausage is bad. You don't need that sausage. Lift, maybe even brake. Steer into the corner, carry a little smear through the corner. There's not that much. Again, there's not really a acceleration zone. You're not really even downshifting. You're still keeping it fourth gear. You're just decelerating a bit to reduce the speed, bring the weight to the front, bring the load transfer to the load transfer to the front, give the tires front end grip so they can bite. But again, carry the speed through the corner. It's a corner that you can carry loads of speed through. I could have carried a lot more speed through that corner. Brake a bit less. Use even more at the exit. So just tap the brakes and carry a lot of speed through the corner. Use even more the exit like that. Exit than that. You can use way more road on the exit. I'm gonna show you how much road on the exit you can use. I'm gonna show you one of my GT3 laps. You can even have, I think, inside tires, either on that again white and red curb only, or even on the concrete. I don't remember, but you can use so much of the outside and just have those outside tires on the dirt, but carry the speed, because if you're not gonna spin and if you're gonna be able to control that car on the dirt, that's going to be the fastest way through the corner. Again, 50-meter board right before it. In the GT3 car you can brake right where I am. Now I'm already braking because of course with the cup car I need to brake a bit early. And it's the same old story. Bringing the speed into the corner, or beautifully trail braking deep into the corner. So trail braking deep into the corner, and then accelerating straight out of the corner. And again, track limits are, it was so beautifully used, track limits. Oh, that was so on the limit. So yeah, track limits is right here. That like I know that this line of concrete right here, which isn't like made out of those bricks right here, but it's still behind the curb. So that line right here, you can still have the tires on that. So I think that was right on the limit because it was a valid lap. Yep. So right here, just I don't remember. Maybe that concrete right here is already invalid, but that gutter, like right here, that's gonna be still valid. So that gutter right here, that's gonna be still valid. So if you look at from the outside, and that feels like it was invalidated, no, it wasn't. It was perfectly on the limit because I just held that tire on the gutter, and boom, on the gutter, and maximize the exit. So yes, I get the snap of oversteer, and I'm going really wide, but you can see that still, like from this point on, when I'm catching the oversteer, the exit is almost trivial. I'm almost just going in a straight line right now, just towards the exit, right? So majority of the steering was done right here at the apex. Rotation of the car, rotation on the throttle, and then releasing the steering and letting the car accelerate as early as possible. And that's Kyalami. Woo. Come on, age doesn't matter. There are so many fast older drivers, gentlemen drivers, and they're still extremely fast. Like seriously, you don't need to be at esports level fast to, I don't know, enjoy being fast. You can be just moderately fast, and that will be still, generally speaking, really bloody fast lap times. I think that's the hot lap where I did 38.4, or sorry, 38.5 in low conditions. Is this the lap? Yes, that's the lap. I'm gonna show you, because here I made this corner, I maximized it so much. Yeah, that was this corner maximized. So just lift and maximize the exit, so you're maximizing how much speed you're carrying. We're already jumping into GT3 car, and it's suddenly like a spaceship. Look how fast it is. Anyway, so yeah, just bring the speed and carry the speed. To do that, you need to maximize how much road you're using. And yeah, the limit again is that gutter, or be it the gutter or the curb, but I'm again right on the limit. Yeah, I don't know, but that was really on the limit of what's possible. So I paid for entire Kyalami. It was in the bloody DLC. I paid for entire Kyalami. I'm gonna use entire Kyalami. And I think turn 1 here was also decent. Yeah, that was also really decent turn 1. So if you take a look at the GT3 lap, like it's basically the same. It's just faster and with different braking points. But like, it's basically the same. It does look amazing. I can also use that Nvidia filter that I have here, and I think it looks even better with a bit more contrast. Oh wait, no, I need to change it to desktop then. It's just that for some reason the stream is then stuttering a bit, but yeah, the game looks amazing, especially if you play a bit with contrast and exposure and saturation, and the game looks absolutely epic. Like take a look at this shot right here. Oh, it's already stuttering, you can see. Anyway, but take a look at this shot right here with the sun. Oh, it looks so good right there. The game looks so good. Anyway, it's stuttering again, so I'm just gonna turn it off. Fuck that. Why is it doing that? That's a shame that it's stuttering like that. But it does look nice. Enjoy yourself and enjoy the car. You don't need to be, the fastest out there to enjoy driving car fast. no matter at which level are you, and no matter what age are you, no matter what your skills are, it's always amazing to try to overcome your limits. And it's not like I'm younger and my limits are way easier to overcome. I still have my limits, and I'm also and I'm trying to push those limits all the time, and that's what's really beautiful and what's nice. Trying to push even further, and no matter where you're at what level you're at, and no matter what age you're at, it's always really nice to try push yourself further, no matter where others are. Just it matters where you are, and just trying to get even better, no matter where you're at, and that the very process of doing that, that's amazing. That's what it's really nice. It's really funny. I made a delivery for today. Previously in the season it was this and this, and today I use this. I don't know. I think it looks fine. My previous livery for the cup car was like this. My really old livery. So I made it just with glossy white. It looks really nice. I also, from other livery stuff, fact that I'm gonna make the game have that filter because it just looks bloody decent. I made a livery. Well, I made a livery for that AMG a long time ago. Yeah, but I just gave it another life with a bit changes, small really changes. So there's white version of that livery, and there's black version of that livery that we did our legendary SPA 24 in. Oh, that was amazing, Ray. That was amazing race, that SPA 24. And because of that antenna, the car was named Teletubby car. So yeah, of course on the broadcast there was no livery, so that was black car with pink mirrors and pink antenna. And in the night you just couldn't see anything. It was just black car with an antenna, and all you could see was headlights and the antenna. So it looked like a Teletubby. So it was named Teletubby car. And from now on, I also call that car Teletubby car. Gosh, I also like AMG. That's something not many people like. But the cars I like is, of course, Porsche. It's like a god tier. Just why this livery? Give it my livery. Thanks. Porsche is just a god tier. That we know. I like AMG a lot. Old AMG is really nice, and I think I like AMG a lot because of that one season of World Cup we did in it, and that SPA 24. It's just good vibes and really good memories that race and that season we did. And it's an enjoyable car to drive that many people misunderstand. Can I even say that people misunderstand the car? It's just it works in a way that some people just don't use it in a way. Maybe it's just that people drive ACC in a way that encourages different driving style that usually people wouldn't go with in real life, and they would be more cleaner. And AMG likes driving style like that, to be clean and control front tires rather than lean on them. And it's such a balanced car. It's not understeer car whatsoever. It's really balanced car. It's just that people drive in ACC mostly in a way that it feels understeer. So AMG has a lot of potential, even though at current BOP it's not as strong. But I like it. I like how it feels. It's really nice, even though it feels like it's literally the opposite of the Porsche. But I still like it. Nevertheless, like I said, Porsche is a god tier. And this is really nice, nice livery on the old AMG. I have also a livery on the... No, I don't have a livery on the new AMG. Whoops. Let me take the new AMG. So yeah, I maybe I want to do like a livery on the new AMG, similar to the one we used in the World Cup. And of course, yeah, I have that McLaren. I also like the McLaren. It's just that I don't want to use it right now. I used to like the McLaren before. I still like it really a lot, and I have that amazing livery. It's just that McLaren is so strong of a car right now that I don't want to use a car that's strongest in game, because Well, I was using Porsche for a long time, but it's just my favorite car, so I'm gonna use it anyway. But McLaren has second, third favorite car in ACC. I'm not gonna go for it just because it's OP. If I can use AMG, if I can use maybe Ferrari. Ferrari is also nice. If I can use a Porsche, right? Cool. Man, give me your address. I'm gonna come tomorrow. That's a nice livery. I enjoyed making it, and I remember making it. It was pain in the ass because it has so many details and it was difficult to do. And it's a bit low resolution, that stuff on the roof. That's good resolution. That's bad resolution, but I'm not gonna fix that because I can't be bothered. Whatever other nice liveries I have. I don't have any custom livery for the Cup car. I don't have any custom livery for the Ferrari. I think I had custom livery for the old Ferrari, but like it was really like really simple livery, right? So like some sponsors, just some carbon fiber, metallic color, white roof. There are many like IRL liveries similar to that. So of course I was inspired by those liveries for the Ferrari, but I haven't used that car much. I want to do some custom livery for the Evo. This one is nice. Oh yeah, I have custom livery for the Huracan, but it's just like in-game livery modified just a bit. Do I have anything for the Vantage? No, nothing apart from the Sidemax car that we used in the World Cup. For the Bentley, yeah, for the Bentley myself, I don't have any livery apart from. Wait, I don't have. No, I have Racing Line, and yeah, I have Racing Line livery from the PPR 12-hour race that we did. That was also really nice. What about livery for a GT4 cars? Do I have anything for GT4? I don't think so. I just have this one for the Cayman in game. I mean, I have a lot of different liveries for the Cayman, but I don't have any custom ones. But for the Cayman, those are the main I used. In game liveries, yeah, I have just few in-game liveries, but I don't have custom liveries. Same. I hate people making like weird color combinations because, like, you know, if I'm making a Porsche, of course I'm gonna give it like wheels as close as possible, right? So my Porsches usually have those wheels, or black wheels. They sometimes look good with the black wheels. Like for example in Fricadeli Racing, looks good with the black wheels. Let me actually go 20. Yeah, we are in 2020. GPX. Where's GPX? That's a glorious livery with black wheels. Or just satin gray wheels. So where's my livery? So like those, right? And it looks rather realistic. But I hate when people put like weird color wheels because they just look bad. Like, why would you go for like, I don't know, gold wheels with like an accent, or even like black wheels with a ring? Like, it just looks wrong. It just looks wrong. I can't look at it. Go away. So I also go for like a rim that's on a official car, right? And when I do a custom livery. You have anything for a BMW? No. What IRL wheels companies? I don't have. I'm not really into custom wheels. I don't have car myself yet. Probably when I'm gonna buy my Miata finally, I'm gonna definitely get some rims for it. At some point, that's like inevitable. I don't know. Probably I'll pick something nice, and that will automatically become my favorite wheel company, but I don't have any like specific favorite wheel company. I'm not really into like modded cars or like custom rims on the road cars. That's not really my thing. I'm not into it, so I don't have much knowledge about it, so it's hard to say. I just like what looks good. uh, why am I looking at this livery? It's not really even that nice. Give me this one. This looks nice. It's such a nice looking livery for this car. Thank you for subscribing. Hello. Should I really end the stream? Because it's again beginning to be a stream where I'm just ranting and nothing's really happening. And I still don't know why the stream is having troubles with the FPS and it's struggling and it's so bad. At least it looks nice and I'm sitting in the pits anyway, so who cares? At least the game looks nice. Do I have any other liveries? No. But I have those two AMGs. I need to make something for the Evo. Apart from that, that's nice. Also, custom liveries, that's not mine. I'm gonna show you one livery that's I think is glorious. It's of course replica of a real livery, and the guy, I think he's called Shumi Skins. He makes some liveries, and he made this amazing livery from GPX, and it looks absolutely glorious. So if you want to download this livery, which looks amazing, you should be able to get it somewhere. I think on Race Department, or maybe at his Discord, or at many Discord he shared this livery. So even at my Discord, you can go to livery page at my Discord. By the way, join Discord, link in the description. And you can download the livery from that, because the guy did amazing job with that livery. It looks amazing. It looks stunning. So give that guy, I don't know, support him through his, I don't know, does he have PayPal or Patreon? Support him and donate to him, because he's doing amazing liveries. He's doing amazing job, and that livery is just sick. So great job, man. And go and give that go and give that guy, I don't know, a like, a follow, donate to him, because he makes amazing liveries. Check him out. Shumi Skins. Are open lobbies boring for you at the level? I'm not even doing open lobbies recently. I don't know. I don't feel like driving open lobbies. When I drive, I'm just doing the leagues I'm doing, and when I want to test something, I test on my own or at practice servers. But when I'm not practicing that much either. Like when I practice, you see it on the streams. Now that I'm streaming, I usually stream also when I'm practicing. I'm not driving when I'm not streaming recently, to be honest. Like for past weeks when I wasn't streaming, apart from when I'm streaming from past weeks now, Jesus, I can't say anything. Rewind. I'm gonna start that sentence from the beginning. For past weeks now that I'm streaming, apart from one Tuesday that I haven't streamed a Porsche Cup race last week, every time that I'm streaming, every time that I'm driving, I'm streaming. So all the practice I'm doing, that you can see on the streams, and I'm not driving and practicing apart from that. I think I did an hour of practice for more on Sunday. Yeah, okay, on Sunday for AOR in Imola. And then I did, of course, another hour that I streamed. But that's it. I'm not driving much more than that. It's just those evenings. An hour practice before the race in the evening, and that's it. But yeah, I was also thinking about getting into World Cup, into SimGrid Sprint Cup Season 4. So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Let's still see who I'm gonna be with, because it's in pairs. So that's something coming for Thursdays. What else? AOR season is ending in next week. ACR season is ending tomorrow. So there's gonna be another Imola race tomorrow. Porsche Cup season ended today. There so new seasons will begin. Oh yeah, Friday Championship will end this week again as well. So a lot of leagues are finishing and ending. So there are gonna be new seasons. I'm gonna see what leagues to sign up in. Um, but yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, now I'm gonna probably end the stream. For today, I'm done. But tomorrow I'm gonna like try to create that video about coaching, how that works. So if someone's interested, go on Discord, join the Discord. If you're on there and you're still waiting, there gonna be some info tomorrow or the day after about coaching, and we're getting back to it almost full stop. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot more coaching happening right now. And today we did Kailami, and that was like really brief overview of Kailami. So if you want really way more detail, way more personalized stuff like that, coaching is a perfect way to go. Coaching is for everyone, no matter the level that you're at. I can do a coaching with you, no matter the car, no matter the track, no matter the subject. We can practice consistency, pace, car control, racing itself, racecraft. We can practice together anything, and I can teach you anything. Apart from really advanced setups, but usually people that come here either have their own setups or we can touch on them on really basic level, right? But I'm not go-to setup guy. But if you have some questions, of course I have my experience, so I'm gonna answer to them. So go on Discord. In coming days there's gonna be more info coming about coaching, and there's gonna be a lot of coaching coming soon, and there are a lot of people interested. People that already did coaching, they are really happy with it, and there are a lot of people that want even more. So yeah, like I said, there will be info on Discord, so stay tuned. And yeah, and for today it was just really fun stream. Really short race, but we did some other stuff around it, even though the race itself was at the beginning the stream was a bit dull. The audio was completely fucked up. I was feeling a bit tired. But then it's like with every stream, the more I do the stream, like the more energetic I get. But at the beginning of the stream I can't get like excited or energetic, because that's just how I am, like as a person. I'm just a quiet introverted person. So when the stream starts, I can't be really like, I'm not really that excited or like energetic, like I don't know, Jardiris or something like that. But then when the stream goes on and I'm starting to rant about some stuff, it just goes like this, that I probably said like an hour ago that okay, it's time to end, and now for an entire hour I'm ranting about some stuff and talking and talking and talking. That's usually how it is. But anyway, now it's time to end every single time. I need to force myself to stop streaming, like to end streams, because I can't end those. It just goes forever. I start talking and talking and talking, and it just goes. Anyway, let's just turn this off, because it's just, yeah. Okay, stream endings. First for watching. There it is, with beautiful screenshot. But yeah, that's it for today. I really need to end, so I'm just gonna end. Thanks for watching. First subscribing, and give a like if you haven't. And yeah, see you in the next one. Tomorrow we're streaming Imola again. And on Friday we're streaming the last race of RCI, and it's gonna be Spa, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure people are gonna want to pop into the stream from Spa, so that's gonna be exciting. And yeah, a lot of coaching coming, so look out for that. I've said it for like 10th time now.